Some days you just need to stop and look at the views.
This is the way.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chopper Fit channel. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's been a while since I've actually been recording. I've had a lot of built up content that you guys have probably seen lately. I've been kind of posting some older videos of mine, but I kind of need to get them out there before they get any older, so I figured take a little bit of a break, kind of unwind, relax. Kind of went through my little spell where I was not really feeling the whole YouTube thing, you know, that one that we all kind of go through, but kind of breaking out of it now. So that's what we're doing here today, is we're going to go ahead and start recording again. Decided I would ride out here to our local lake to get started anyway, but today I wanted to talk about is, are you the type of person who wants to plan a ride, or are you a wanderer? So let's go ahead and get into that particular subject. Now for me, neither of these things really ever come into play too terribly often. And what I mean by that is, most of the time, my rides don't extend long enough for me to really be able to plan anything out. And then when I do go ride, I usually, for the most part, I take the same simple track that I'm used to taking. I do kind of like doing that because it kind of helps build up the skill. I can really tell where I'm getting better at and where I still need some work, so it does have some advantages.
Right.
But I know not all people operate the same way that I do. In fact, I'm sure very few people have their brain operate the way mine works. If people's brains operate the way mine operates, the world's a scary place, people. Scary place. But the subject I wanted to talk about today, though, was, do you plan your rides or do you wander? Because a lot of what motorcycling used to be, from what I have read in media, such as VHS cassette tapes and things of that nature, is that you don't plan rides. You go out and you just ride. You explore the unknown roads. Nowadays, we have all of our GPSs and our phones and everything else that allows us to plan these rides out. They know where the gravel roads are. They know where to go, where not to go. Most of the time, unless you're a riser, then we're going to tell you, hey, you need to turn here, right there. Oh, wait, did you miss that? I'm sorry, you stupid app. That's a subject for another story, though. Let's go look at some more Lake Road action. So kind of what I was getting back to at the beginning of the video, as far as the kind of rider that I currently am, given my lifestyle. So for me, I don't have a lot of time. Like today, I have about an hour before I have to go get the kids after leaving work. So I have to, I guess in a sense, plan to motovlog. So I guess this is technically a planned ride, but it's a planned ride with not really a destination too much in mind, other than to hit these awesome little twisties. Ooh, school bus, that could hurt. Vroom. Good. He was over my line. Come on, school bus. I'm sticking out here. Oh well. So anyway, yeah, I have to plan out my rides. Otherwise, I wouldn't have time to figure out how to film. That's not really what this subject is kind of about. It's more like, are you the type who just wants to go out and explore the open road? Do you go out with no destination in mind and, oh wow, I come across a cool barbecue spot, I'm going to stop in and eat there? Or are you the type where, hey, I heard about this cool new barbecue spot, let's meet up there and eat? I don't think there's a wrong answer as far as what people would do in that situation. I love barbecue. If you told me, let's go get some barbecue, if I don't have to worry about the kids or the wife, sure, yeah, I'm down. But with my situation, it's usually the case. I have to worry about those things.
You're darn tootin'.
Anyway, but what I do think would be very fun challenge to do would be to go on a ride where, you know, if you were a moto vlogger, you could turn this into a moto vlog challenge. But if you're just a rider in general and you like to track it, or, you know, just to even have it for your own personal memories, I think it would be a very cool experience, in my personal opinion, to say you have to go out and ride 120 miles. Now, in that 120 miles of wandering around, you're not able to repeat sections either. So basically, like when you leave home, you have to come back home a different way. I just think that'd be a very fun thing to do, and I do plan on turning that into a moto vlog, because I have been able to do it on my little test loop that I did. Before, I would always overlap sections quite a little bit, but lately I've gotten to the point to where I can expand it out a little bit and I don't overlap, and it's kind of nice because you're always on a completely different road. Now, on the ride here today, we will overlap a little bit, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. Have I told you guys that the Triumph handles remarkably well? Because it does. It does. Squirrel! Get out of the way, squirrel! Squirrel! That's how quiet the Triumph is. That squirrel did not move until I was right up on it. Quiet pipes do not save squirrel lives. And then there's the opposite end of people. If you're not a wanderer and you're a planner, what is the reason for planning? Is it the fact that you do have a busy lifestyle and you don't want to waste your time getting lost? Is it the fact that you're meeting up with people and you have to plan the destination to get there? I mean, like I said, there's really no wrong answer to it. I see both sides to this all the time when I watch YouTube channels. I really am not going to say, oh, this way is better than that way, because technically I do a little bit of both myself. Got a three-wheeler, three-killer. Ha! I've missed motovlogging! I'm not sure if you guys could tell. I know this subject is not the greatest subject. If you stuck around this long, oh, kudos to you on that. But I really am enjoying myself out here today. It's nice to get out. Had a little bit of a rough day at work, and this has just been a really nice kind of nice little getaway. Want to get away?
I am Fenwick.
I am Fenwick. I am Fenwick.
Hey Fenwick, you seen my shield? This has got vertical stripes on it. Mine had horizontal.
Want to get away?
Yep, threw it in there. Alright, so go ahead and drop your comments down below as for the type of the rider you are. And go ahead and also post what your best adventure has been. So, for me, this year, my longest planned ride was one that I went on with Dad. Now, Dad's the one who planned out the ride, so it wasn't my ingenuity that came up with it. It was his. But it was a awesome ride. It was actually the last time I rode the Dyna, guys. That's another story, but the last time I rode the Dyna was with him. It was about 160 miles up around roads that I had never been on in my life. I was very tired by the end of it. I know, 150 miles. Oh my God, Chopper, really? But when your average ride is 30 miles, I just went 5 times longer than I normally go. So, yeah, bite me. You got me? Bite me. And bite me. And as far as my best wandering ride this year, I believe it happened in early spring, where we had just got the new tires on the V-Rod. I was still trying to figure out, what is the bike on a lane to the right all the good dollars on time? It's because you don't know how to ride, Chopper, that's why. But I had taken the bike out, and my intent was not to get lost. Like, I knew all the roads that I was going to be riding on that day, but I knew exactly where I was kind of going, but it wasn't planned. I knew if I took a left or a right where I would end up, so I knew I wasn't going to go get lost, which is fine because, again, time limits. But that ride was only about 60 to 70 miles, if my memory serves me right. So needless to say, there is, you know, a little bit of things that I feel I'm missing out on. but I know my time's coming. It's just a matter of, you know, the kids getting a little bit older, getting a little bit more time. Heck, I even noticed that as this riding season went on, that as my son and daughter aged just ever so slightly a little bit more, my free time opened up ever so slightly more as well. I remember at this time last year, well, maybe let's just say, yeah, about this time last year, my time after work versus having to pick them up was only 35 minutes or so. So now I'm up to an hour because of the way our daycare is scheduled. And that makes the world of difference because I can go out and do things like this and not feel like I have to rush it quite as much. Again, go ahead and drop your comment below, Wanderer Planner, and as always, I will catch you on the next dark side, as this is the way. Chapter 5, see you in the next one. Okay, goodbye.